Well, folks, got some bad news today. It looks like the only viable streaming competitor to Twitch, Mixer, has been shut down, or at least it will be shutting down as of July 22nd. So yeah, most likely it's because it wasn't making as much money as they anticipated for it. So yeah, it really does suck because yeah, Twitch really has become like a toxic breeding ground of like thottery and all that stuff, and it really needs a competitor. Honestly, I thought that Microsoft was gonna keep pushing Mixer a lot more because they were investing a lot of money into it and all that, especially with the amount of money they invested in streamer contracts and all that stuff, like the big fat contract that Ninja got and all that, among other people. It says Microsoft has announced that it is shutting down Mixer, its streaming competitor to the likes of Twitch. Xbox owners will be transitioning over to Facebook Gaming instead. Partner streamers having the option to be included. The move will return to Twitch as of July 22nd. Mixer sites and apps will redirect users to Facebook Gaming. Mixer, which is known as Beam.io before Microsoft purchased it, has struggled to gain the viewership of its competitors since launch. Big streamer acquisitions, such as deals with Ninja and Shroud, might have initially drawn viewers in, but it's lacked the mass appeal Microsoft and Xbox specifically needed leading up to the launch of the Xbox Series X and xCloud, Xbox on-demand streaming service. This whole xCloud thing, I do think that it'll be popular with like a Xbox gamers primarily. My opinion on this is I do think that Mixer might have been on the up and up if they just kept it going and all that stuff. But if it turned out to be too much of a big money sink and all that, I definitely do understand why they did it. Over here we actually have some quotes that say, ultimately the success of partners and streamers on Mixer is dependent on our ability to scale the service for them as quickly and as broadly as possible. Xbox boss Phil Spencer explained on a post on Xbox Wire, it became clear that the time needed to grow our own live streaming community to scale was out of measure with the vision and experience we wanted to deliver to gamers now, so we decided to close the operations side of Mixer and help with the community transition to the new platform. To better serve our community's needs, we're teaming up with Facebook to enable the Mixer community transition to Facebook Gaming. Honestly, I don't know how this is going to work out, like this whole Facebook Gaming partnership and all that. Spencer explained in a statement on The Verge that the decision wasn't how to recoup an investment, but rather to work on Xbox's future strategies. Quote, we think about xCloud and the opportunity to unlock gameplay for 2 billion players. We know it's been critically important to our services to find large audiences, and Facebook clearly gives us that opportunity, Spencer said. Well, honestly, yeah, for all the crap that I give Spencer and all that, for his terrible PR decisions and all that stuff, he can pretty much talk about the same thing for hours on end but say nothing about it. He has been a really good boss, for Xbox and all that, especially since he fixed all of the garbage that Don Matrick put in, so I trust him on this. To achieve that, Xbox is looking to Facebook Gaming, another alternative to Twitch that has gained far more popularity than Facebook's wide user base and has a far more reach than Mixer. Spencer said that xCloud will integrate with Facebook Gaming to allow you to launch games from streams you're watching, a feature Google Stadia advertised at launch, but one that hasn't yet materialized. Microsoft says that it won't abandon the Mixer technology entirely, as it will be put to use for Microsoft Teams. Yeah, that whole thing that Stadia advertised, let's face it folks, Stadia advertised a lot of things and it ended up being a pathetic mess, to be totally honest. Also, I gotta say, it's a really good idea that they're actually gonna be salvaging the technology of Mixer, because if they just ended up completely throwing it away, it would have been a huge loss and all that, because they already invested so much into it, so they might as well just utilize what they have. While Mixer partner streamers are free to transition over to Facebook Gaming, two of Mixer's biggest acquisitions have reportedly opted not to move there, opening the door to return to Twitch. Ninja, who left Twitch for a rich exclusive deal at Mixer, wrote in a statement saying, quote, I love my community and what we have built together on Mixer. I have some decisions to make and will be thinking about you as I make them. Another Mixer partner, Gothalion, okay, sorry if I mispronounced the name, has chosen to stay with Microsoft and make the move to Facebook Gaming. And it finishes off with Xbox xCloud. It doesn't have a release date yet, but is expected to launch later this year alongside the Series X, and Microsoft continues to push it into more service-based products. The hardware powering xCloud will also be upgraded in 2021 to support Xbox Series X titles and possibly PC streaming. So my final thoughts on this are, yeah, it is sad to see another, competitor to Twitch go and all that, especially since, it was pretty much the only viable one as of now because they have a huge corporation backing them and all that stuff. Honestly, they should have just marketed the whole thing better because I really haven't seen that much advertising for Mixer and all that. The thing is, it really is good that, they're trying to push the whole xCloud thing, and I really do hope they actually end up integrating PC streaming into it as well, because it will only end up, increasing the amount of streamers and viewers on there, and as well because Microsoft, of course, Xbox and Windows, they're both Microsoft products, so it would make more sense to have both console and PC gaming on there and all that. So that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. Another streaming site goes down the drain, but thankfully at least the technological aspects of it will be salvaged, and Microsoft will be utilizing that. So yeah. Anyway, everyone, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, press the bell icon, and if you wish to support me, my page link is in the description below. And as always, I'm Cyber Rampage, and I'll be seeing you guys and gals in the next video.